Awesome. Well, hey, I appreciate the opportunity to join the meeting here. As Angelo said, Sal Impavito, you probably have met him in person. He's this shiny bald guy right here that a lot of us have come to love and really, share a lot of experience and memories with. But if we haven't talked before, as Angelo mentioned, my name is Eric Hahn. I'm the East Coast virtual wholesaler. And again, it could be a different field than what Sal provides in the office, but really we have, again, the same solutions, the same services, and really we want to partner with you all as close as possible. So again, really excited to be here with you tonight. Angelo, special shout out to you for, again, coordinating with Sal and I. And for everybody else, again, as Angelo mentioned, we're going to talk about Transamerica's history, and some of the solutions that we can offer your consumers. And again, as Angelo also hit on, there's not a one-size-fits-all, right? So we're going to talk about, of course, the flagship solution, the FFIUL. We'll also talk about term and some of the term conversion options that are available. So feel free to take notes, feel free to take pictures, and again, thank you for the opportunity for inviting me here tonight. In addition to supporting Sal out in the Midwest, I also support Renee in the South region and Stephen Heckel in the Northeast region. And if you'd like to write down my number, feel free to do so. It is 727-299-1686. We can provide group trainings as we're doing here tonight. Also, one-on-one trainings if you're a newer licensed agent, fresh into the game. You know, there's a lot of things that you probably want to be aware of, and I can make that journey more efficient, kind of level out the turbulence. Maybe you have experience, maybe you have not. I want you to have a smooth flight, and again, really excited for your journey. So without further ado here, I want to go ahead and get started on insurance and retirement solutions with Transamerica. But before we dive into any details on solutions, I want to introduce you to some of Transamerica's history. Now, keep in mind, we have over 100 years in the business, over 100 years of history in insurance and financial services. And Transamerica was actually originally founded by a gentleman named A.P. Giannani in 1906. And this was actually from, a street corner out in San Francisco. He set out to make banking and financial services available to everyone, not just the wealthy. And over the years, Transamerica, as well as WFG, we've shared that same commitment, the same vision to helping protect families and helping secure their financial futures, which, again, really matters to a lot of us. And, again, if we start with one individual, word of mouth kind of, travels, and we could be working with multiple families, over a course of a few months. So really, we again share the same vision. We want to align ourselves as close to you as possible. Your business is our business. And again, we're truly thankful to be in partnership with you all. In addition, over the years, we've continued to build the iconic brand. I know a lot of you have probably seen the Transamerica building out in San Francisco, right? 1972, that iconic Transamerica pyramid opened for business. And again, since then, we've continued to break new ground, including 1997. We were one of the earliest companies to break into the IUL, or really the Swiss Army knife of the financial service industry, your Index Universal Life. And again, we're going to really dive into the FFIUL tonight, as well as the Trendsetter LB and Super. In 1999, Aegon acquired the Transamerica Company, which is our parent company, serving 26 million consumers worldwide. And then in 2001, this is one of my favorite parts of, really the history that we share together. WFG became a member of the Aegon and Transamerica family. And again, as I mentioned, we have the same vision, the same goals, and we want to help your business thrive. So I know a lot of you, again, may be familiar with Transamerica, some of the newcomers into the business or onto the team, I should say. I want to also kind of touch base on financial ratings, because it is important, especially when we're kneecap to kneecap across that kitchen table with our consumer. We have A ratings across the board, AM Best, Standard, and Poor's. Moody's, and also Fitch. Again, some of the highest ratings in the industry. And again, we would be nowhere without our partnership with WFG. As I mentioned, we joined your cause back in 2001. On average, over the past 3 years, we've protected somewhere in the area of 100,000 families, if not more, just with WFG. And I know WFG is a completely separate animal. You guys have broken all kinds of records over the years, and we want to continue to, help you with that, as well as, again, have a partnership. So we're going to, again, dive into a number of our flagship solutions. Feel free to take notes. Feel free to take pictures with your smartphones. And Angelo, if we have time at the end, I definitely would like to open up the line for any questions that any of the team members may have, but I also don't want to step on any toes. I'm not sure what you have lined up for the agenda. But again, keep in mind that this presentation is really intended to provide a brief overview of these solutions. And again, if you're looking for extra training or extra information, we can get granular. But again, feel free to reach out to me personally, whether it's a one-on-one, whether it's a group training for different topics, illustrations, submitting business on IGO. Again, I can help you out with that. So don't hesitate to reach out to me. But let's help make the connection. Let's align the dots. And again, when we talk about the IUL, right, the FFIUL in this case with Transamerica, and for, again, the newer reps in the audience, FFIUL stands for Financial Foundation Index Universal Life. Again, it's really the flagship solution of Transamerica right now. It's kind of the Swiss Army knife of the financial services. You have multiple pillars of protection. It's going to help the client or should I say the family, if that primary wage earner deceases too soon. We're, again, living longer, we're experiencing more illnesses, so we have living benefit riders such as chronic, critical, and terminal illness riders that are, again, available on the FFIUL, and you don't have to have a health license to sell, so that's a great feature. In addition, if you do have the health license, you're going to be able to have that conversation about long-term care and the cost of nursing home facilities or private home care. Really, if you look at those numbers, they're pretty staggering. And again, advancements in technology allows us to diagnose cancers and illnesses much earlier than we were 20 to 30 years ago. So there's been evolution in technology, evolution in healthcare, and the insurance industry has also evolved with those changes. But in addition, the IUL is going to also provide cash value accumulation, and it's going to possibly provide other areas to supplement retirement income. Or, if you need to take out a loan to purchase a new vehicle, maybe the old vehicle, maybe it went down, or maybe you're going to pay for a wedding for your child or possibly fund college. This can all be a tool in your arsenal that you can leverage. But keep in mind, it's first and foremost life insurance, right? It's designed to reduce that burden, whether it's emotionally, whether it's having to call out of work to get the funds or align the the funeral arrangements up. It's going to provide you some other alternatives and ultimately help that situation. So again, we'll talk about the IUL here in just a few moments. We're going to actually start off with term, which term, again, really affordable. It provides a little bit of flexibility when it comes to the living benefits. The Trendsetter LB specifically can provide the chronic, the critical, and the terminal illness rider. And it's also going to help protect the family if that primary wage earner or the insured deceases too soon. Keep in mind, though, that term really isn't a permanent option. It doesn't build cash value, so we should definitely be exploring other solutions when we're completing that financial needs analysis. And remember, again, the FFIUL and the Trendsetter LB or the Super doesn't fit everybody. We understand that. So again, you have the option to do your homework, do your research, compare carriers, and see what, again, fits best. So let's go ahead and dive into our first two solutions. And these are known as the Trendsetter Super and the Trendsetter LB. Now, The Trendsetter Super, just as a quick overview, it's really going to be the most affordable term product that we have to offer here at Transamerica, the life side, of course. And when we say the Trendsetter Super, we're really referring to a traditional death benefit and your terminal illness rider, which the terminal illness rider is going to allow the client, the consumer, the ability to accelerate a portion of their death benefit early if they're stricken with a terminal illness diagnosed by a licensed healthcare physician. Now, what does a terminal illness mean? It means that they have a life expectancy of less than 12 months to live. On the flip side, we also have the Trendsetter LB, and LB stands for Living Benefits. It's the far more superior term product out of the two. And again, it comes with your traditional death benefit, your terminal illness rider, and you also have the chronic and the critical illness rider built into the solution. So again, it has multiple pillars of protection. We're going to do really a overview of these two solutions tonight, provide you an example, talk about some of the term conversion opportunities that exist, and then we'll get into that flagship solution, the FFIUL. So let's talk about really our key message, or should I say, let's hit on our key message for consumers. And the key message that we're looking to target is that it's going to offer protection. The Trendsetter term portfolio offers protection with value and convenience, and it's going to be versatile. With the Trendsetter Super and the Trendsetter LB, the living benefits, we can serve a wide range of needs or a wide range of goals. And really the value story, your bang for your buck, which is important to a lot of people in these economic times, is that we're going to have convenient options like non-medical policies where you don't have to complete the blood and urine draw or the paramed exam. We're going to have simplified underwriting processes where you could potentially have a policy issued in as little as 5 days with electronic delivery to your consumer, meaning that you don't have to drive across town to the other side of Illinois to deliver the policy. That's available. That's in place right now as we speak. And in addition, we have a dedicated underwriting team that are going to help you with these cases, as well as a dedicated sales desk that can help you with policy design, illustrations, technical issues, you name it. And then you again have Sal and myself. We're here to help as well. But when we talk again about the non-med, really this means that we don't have to inconvenience the client with that paramed or the blood and urine draw. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't like to get stuck with needles. I know a lot of other people don't like to get stuck with needles. People don't necessarily like to go visit the doctor, and they want to have a speedy and simple process. Well, again, we have that in place right now. When you're utilizing the IGO application for qualifying policies, you can again have policies issued pretty quickly if qualified. And again, all of this is going to be backed by that strong Transamerica brand, our history, the stability, the ratings, and people want to know that we're going to be here for them when they need it the most. And that's, again, typically later in life, but the unfortunate, the unexpected does happen, and we need to be prepared for that. So let's talk about the Trendsetter series. And again, I mentioned earlier, and as well as Angelo, that not every client has the same need or is in the same situation or chapter in their life. But with the Trendsetter portfolio, again, you're going to be able to offer clients a solution for a range of needs that they may have, or maybe they don't even know they have that need yet, right? That's what we're here for. We're here to help educate, help provide solutions which can ultimately impact that client's life when they need us the most, right? And you probably already know that the Super, again, very competitive, very affordable. The Trendsetter LB, though, like I said, it's the better solution of the two. Now, some things that set us apart from other carriers is, again, the overall package, your value that we offer, the industry low face amounts of $25,000. You have high issue ages available. And again, as I mentioned, you have your non-medical options ranging from $25,000 to $1 shy of $100K on the Trendsetter Super. And on the Trendsetter LB, you'll also be able to participate in the non-medical limits, but with a higher bracket. And ironically, again, it's the better solution. $25,000 to a dollar shy of $250K is going to be your non-medical limits for your Trendsetter LB. Now, remember that with the Trendsetter LB, you're going to be able to accelerate early on the terminal illness rider, just like the Trendsetter Super, but in addition, you have the chronic and the critical illness rider, which is again built into the chassis of the Trendsetter LB. It's going to provide a great foundation. And again, we're living longer, we're experiencing more illnesses. So if you want to pursue or consider other optional riders, you can add the IPO on. The IPO or income protection option is a great way for the policy owner to remain in control of the death benefit from the grave. And that's a pretty powerful statement. I know a lot of us probably know somebody or have somebody in mind that when they get money, it kind of burns a pocket through their hole, right? They're going out to get the new Ray-Bans. They're going to get that new Gucci purse, or possibly, go out to a fancy dinner. It kind of burns money through their pocket, or burns a hole through their pocket. But again, with your IPO, the policy owner can actually structure the death benefit to be paid out as an initial lump sum, a monthly installment over a duration of time, such as 5 to 25 years, and a final lump sum to possibly set them up for retirement or pay off the mortgage after the initial and monthly payments are through. In addition, you have advanced premium payment options to get a discount if future payments are paid up front. You have the opportunity to add the waiver of premium rider. If you have juveniles in your family, or should I say in your household, and they're under 18 years old, you can add them on the policy as a child insured rider, which provides level term insurance for those individuals. And again, very affordable. You also have the opportunity to convert the child insured rider into permanent insurance down the road. Now, again, we'll talk about convertibility from the Trendsetter LB and the Trendsetter Super to your IUL in just a few moments. But before I get there, I again want to really kind of talk about the Trendsetter LB specifics. So with your Trendsetter LB, again, living benefits, you have initial level premium periods. And we have the 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30-year periods available on the Trendsetter LB, as well as the Trendsetter Super. Now, maximum face amount on your Trendsetter LB is going to be $2 million, okay? So again, you have fully underwritten options on the Trendsetter LB up to $2 million. If you already have a Trendsetter LB for $2 million, you're not going to be able to apply for another one. You're already at that maximum amount, okay? So again, you have $25K to $2 million available in coverage under the Trendsetter LB. Compared to the Trendsetter Super, we've actually seen policies issued out in California for $25 million on the Trendsetter Super. And again, that's a great way to cover a state needs, or maybe you're looking at covering other aspects, maybe layering your coverage, having a combo sale where you have permanent insurance and term insurance to keep that cost down, but still have your overall insurable need met. Again, combo sales are becoming more popular, and it's definitely something that we like to talk about. So keep in mind, the Trendsetter LB and the Trendsetter Super, they're going to be current age, okay? We issue it based on your current age, and it's available for issue ages ranging from 18 to 80 years old. Now, again, you're not going to be able to qualify for a Trendsetter LB or a Trendsetter Super if you're under the age of 18, unless you're on the policy as a child insured rider. So when we talk about some of the costs up front, good thing is you typically have a lower cost compared to permanent insurance. And with the extra living benefit riders that are built into the chassis on the Trendsetter LB, you don't have any additional upfront cost other than your monthly premiums. Now, when you go to accelerate your portion of the death benefit, whether it's a chronic, a critical, or terminal illness rider, you will have an administrative charge assessed at that time, which is currently $350. But again, you're going to have an opportunity to accelerate a portion of that death benefit early to improve quality of life, take care of some of those medical bills. Maybe you had a hospital stay. Maybe you had a major organ transplant, for an example, or maybe you were diagnosed with, again, that life expectancy of less than 12 months to live. Maybe you wanted to live out your remaining years, or should I say months, at max, right? Spending time with your family instead of worrying about other unnecessary needs or stresses. So again, that Trendsetter LB can provide that extra protection through your chronic, your critical, and your terminal. And you're going to see here that the cost of added protection with living benefits is probably less than what you might have imagined. Now, on average, it's the price of a fast food meal, okay? If you're going to Starbucks, or you're going to get that famous Italian beef sandwich that everybody loves. I know I love it, and I'm down here in Florida. I went up to Chicago, and my stepdad introduced the sandwich to me. I fell in love with it. Again, it's cheaper than that sandwich. It's probably better for you too. But again, Trendsetter Super on the left-hand side, you can see we have our 25-year product. And on the right-hand side, you have the Trendsetter LB 25. Now, when you look at the value, the weight of the spectrum, you can definitely see more value on the right-hand side, having the chronic, the critical, the terminal illness rider, and that traditional death benefit included under one roof. However, if you're looking for a more affordable solution without the bells and the whistles, again, the Trendsetter Super is still a viable option, but it does only come with your traditional death benefit and your terminal illness rider. So keep in mind that this comparison that you're seeing here is based on a female age 40 at a standard risk class for $250K. And again, you have preferred plus, you have preferred non-tobacco, you have standard non-tobacco ratings, standard tobacco ratings. And again, the healthier your client is, the lower the cost of insurance typically is. And you also have rate band discounts that could help provide extra cost savings if met.